Chester Bennigton of Linkin Park, unfortunately, died on 20 July 2017, and he was born in 1976. So I became a fan of Linkin Park, the band, in about 2008-9, when my oldest son introduced me to the band. It was not the type of music that I normally listen to, but I was so impressed and I connected so much with the lead vocalist. So it's really sad that he's no longer there, but man, they produce some incredible stuff that I've really come to love. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I really am a fan. And then in 2011, this album was released. Just wait a minute, I forgot. In 2010, this album was released, 1,000 Suns. And I remember so well, our whole family sat down and listened through the whole album when we first got it. We ordered a CD back in the day. And we all sat and we listened to it from the beginning right through all the tracks to the very end. Not talking, just sitting there listening. And it was quite an experience that I won't forget. Very special experience. But the hardcore Linkin Park fans didn't all love that album. They said, this is not Linkin Park. Yes! I love him so much. Cool voice, again connected, but much more breath flowing.
You don't want a mic stand just hanging around.
Keep me where the light is.
Yeah. Hi guys, Johan Bester here, your vocal coach from Johannesburg, South Africa, and thank you so much for joining me for this analysis of one of my favorite songs from the Linkin Park album, The Rising Sun, 1,000 Suns from 2010. This song, Waiting for the End. I really, really like it. I know that Linkin Park became a little bit more pop sensible from their sort of half metal and rock origins, I guess. Mike Shinoda, beautiful songwriter and producer and rapper. I think he had a big influence on how Linkin Park evolved. Maybe if you're a huge Linkin Park fan, you can let us know what your take is on the history of them. But yeah, I'm just really a fan. And I haven't listened to Linkin Park in maybe 10 years. And then I thought, man, let me check this out and analyze it a little bit. I'm a vocal coach, so I analyze the vocals, but also the production, the songwriting, etc. So yeah, let's listen together and let me give you my thoughts.
Like a riot rocking every revision, but you listen to the tone and the violent rhythm and know the words sound steady, some empties within them. We say yeah, with fists flying up in the air, like we're holding on to something that's invisible there, cause we're living at the mercy of the pain and the fear, until we get it, forget it, let it all disappear. Yeah. Waiting for the end to come, wishing I had strength to stand. This is not what I had planned. It's out of my control.
Let's pause quickly. I love how this track begins with the little guitar, and then just adding sort of layers on top of that. But it's quite a sparse arrangement or production. There's not too many things happening, and the percussive elements are very specific as well. And then you get, I think it's Mike, correct me if I'm wrong if you know, I think it's Mike Shinoda singing that first bit. This is not the end, this is not the beginning, or whatever the words are. And then there's a lower male harmony that gets added. It almost has a reggae vibe. Now that might sound strange, but of course reggae is cha 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 cha. So I'm not talking about that specific reggae, typical reggae, beat, but just the way the percussion is played gives me some reggae vibes. I don't know. And then in the chorus, waiting for the end to come, comes Chester. And this is an E major, so it's quite low. Not low like, oh my gosh, look how low, but it's quite low for him. He loves to sing in the higher registers because that's where his voice shines. So yeah, it's just very different. It's a very different Linkin Park expression, but I love it.
Flying at the speed of light, thoughts were spinning in my head.
I don't know, that beat,
So many things were left unsaid.
piano riff, drums,
It's hard to let you go.
some synth in the background.
I know what it takes to move on. I know how it feels to lie. All I wanna do is trade this life for something new, holding on to what I haven't got.
Oh, I love this part of the song. That part. There, Chester goes into that very distinctive sound that he makes in that pitch range. So beautiful. But can you hear how sparse the arrangement is? It's just like percussion and the bang, bang, bang. Something like that on the piano, on like keys. And there's a light synth pad or something underneath. And just the percussion. It's not the usual guitar layers and stuff that we are used to with Linkin Park stuff, traditional Linkin Park stuff. So it's just so interesting to me. It draws me in as a listener. I'm like, oh, what's going on? What's happening? Yeah, I love it.
Sitting in an empty room, trying to forget the past.
Beautiful duet, vocal duet.
This was never meant to last. I wish it wasn't so. I know what it takes to move on.
BBs,
Feels to lie.
2 or 3 layers.
Kept moving and my mind went dead. So picking up the pieces now, where to begin? The hardest part of ending is starting again.
Oh, I love that lyric. The hardest part of ending is starting again, or something like that. I think it's the rap singing thing that reminds me of reggae vibes. Also the pronunciation, like the way he speaks, the way he shapes his sounds when he's doing that part. Mike, I think it's Mike doing it. But in that part, there's more vocal layers, and in the video, you can see Chester is also singing along, but it's not the focus, it's a layer, right? It's just so pretty. It's so interesting to me. Yeah, of course, it's much more pop than metal vibes or rock, but I just think I love it when big bands evolve. They have to evolve. They have to keep growing. They grow as people. They grow as musicians. They grow in life experience and all of that. They grow in knowledge and in skill. So, of course, a band should grow. And one of the greatest examples for me of a band who kept evolving and who are still doing that is Coldplay. You can still recognize Coldplay's newest stuff. Their latest album, The Spheres, Music of the Spheres, way different in many ways. But clearly clearly Coldplay when you listen to it, right? But they've evolved. They've kept doing new things and trying and exploring new things. So for me, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful evolution. It's trying something new pop elements, different arrangements, not the heavy guitars and all of that. I think it's stunning. So let's see the ending. Love that.
Like a riot rocking every revision. But you listen to your tones in a violent rhythm. And the words sound steady, some melodies within them. We say yeah, with fists flying up in the air, like we're holding on to something that's
Go, Chester.
cause we're living at the mercy of the weight in the air. Until we get it, forget it, let it all disappear.
Man. Da da. He goes to the high B4. So easy, so effortless. I think many people in the music industry regard Chester Bennigton as one of the greatest vocalists of our time. In his genre and doing his thing, and just the effortlessness with which he sings. It's just beautiful. Beautiful to listen to, beautiful to watch. I think it would have been a blast to go to one of their live shows, especially when he was still there. But I heard that 96% of people who watch my videos are not subscribers. Unbelievable. Please. Just click. It'll take 2 seconds. Thank you. But I heard that Linkin Park plans to do a tour next year, or release an album, or both, with a new vocalist. So that's interesting. If you know anything about that, please let the rest of us know. I'm always keen to hear about things that I don't know that much about from the fans. So yeah, thank you for spending the time with me and looking at this song from 2010, reminiscing a little bit about Linkin Park. I really appreciated that you clicked and spent the time with me. And until next time, please remember that your voice matters.